Okay, so now you've got your content strategy down. You need to be able to actually track your performance. That's where metrics come in. Here are some of the metrics that you need to be tracking. Awareness, impressions, and reach. Impressions simply are the number of times your content is displayed, no matter if someone engages with it or even sees it. So let's say you post a video on Facebook and it's shown twice in the newsfeed. That counts as 2 impressions. Reach is more valuable. This is the total number of people who actually see your content. As your reach increases, it'll naturally lead to increased awareness. I love this quote from Sprout Social. Sent messages lose effect and no value is gained when they're ignored. Design messages and your content strategy with your target audience in mind. So once again, hitting home the target audience. So if you're creating content that's valuable, more people are going to engage with it, more people are going to see it. So engagements. We've talked about engagements. Basically, they're just interactions with your social content. So that action that we're looking for. The more engagements you have on a post, the more reach you'll get. The algorithm loves engagement. So I talked about reach. Reach is simply the number of people who see your post. So the more engagements you have, Facebook, for instance, like, okay, the audience is liking this post. They're finding it valuable. We're going to show it to more of your audience. So now let's dive into the individual social metrics you should be tracking and optimizing. Shares, Facebook and LinkedIn, simply means a user shares your post with their audience, their friends or followers. They find your post valuable enough to share it. So, for instance, the Starbucks post, they told a relatable and inspiring story that their audience loved and wanted to pass along this message to their friends, so they shared it on their own profile. And here we have this video. So this provides value, so much so that the audience wanted to share it with their friends and family and say, hey, check this out. This is going to help you too, like it did me. Comments and replies. So this is the gamut: Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. They're everywhere. This is one of the key engagement tactics that you want to track and optimize. So you have HubSpot, just a simple quote that inspired and prompted comments. A question from Social Media Examiner. What's the biggest misstep you made on social for a client or yourself? Asking those questions. Using a quote and providing actual value in the caption can also prompt those responses. Once again, from Penguin Random House, they do this a lot where they'll actually put the call to engagement directly on the image, and they'll double down with an additional call to engagement in the caption. And then MoonPie, this is a great example of engaging with your audience. Your audience is talking about your brand on social. Don't ignore them. Engage, reply, and share their content. So next we have link clicks: Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. If you combine a compelling topic with a compelling caption and a call to action, you can drive that traffic to your site, to that blog post or podcast episode or webinar. What you want to do is you want to create a trackable URL, and you can use a link shortener like Bitly to be able to track those clicks. You see so let's check out this post here. 14 marketing blogs you need to follow. We have the pointing down emoji. This tells people, click on this to get these 14 marketing blogs. You can also use a story. Tap for tips. You're telling them what to do. And then swipe up to get more tips, prompting that action. And you want to make sure that you're tracking which of these calls to action and content types are actually driving the most traffic. For instance, we found tip stories drive more traffic than simply the blog image and the swipe up to read. Some additional engagement types that we're going to go through. Saves. This is on Instagram. It's content that is saved to private collections. So a user has their own Instagram profile. They're scrolling through, they see a post that they like, that they find valuable. They save it to their collection so they can revisit it later. Retweets is on Twitter. It's just a repost of another Twitter user's tweet on your own profile. So it's just a way of saying, hey, I found this valuable. I'm sharing it with my audience. Reactions. So this is Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Just a quick and easy way for people to give a sentiment to a post. You can see they liked it, they loved it, it was funny, sad, this made me angry. It's the easiest engagement that someone can make. So let's dive in how to actually track all this stuff. Analytics. Channels have built-in analytics to help you analyze your social performance. They're called analytics or insights. It gives you a quick overview, but it does have limitations. Or you can use third-party tools like Sprout Social to track your social performance. These are going to give you more in-depth analytics than the channel analytics. You can also generate beautiful reports if you need to do monthly reporting. Most offer a month-to-month subscription, or you can get a discounted yearly plan. This is some of the insights that you can really dive in. You can choose your reporting period. You get a summary, but you also get audience metrics. You get your publishing behavior, so you can actually see how many videos and photos you published for that time period. And you can get insights into the posts that performed the best. And it goes even further into impressions and engagements. See reactions, comments, shares broken down for you. So third-party tools to consider. They're also called social media management platforms because they kind of do it all. They do the analytics. You can also schedule. You can do competitive analysis. Buffer, Sprout Social, Hootsuite, Agorapulse. There are a ton of them. What you need to do is do some research and think about your business needs and your budget and see which one fits in. So now let's dive into when to track performance. You should really take a look at it daily to see how the previous day's post performed. Maybe you tried something new and you want to see how it performed. Analyze weekly. So here at Digital Marketer, every Monday I take a look at the previous week's performance and compare it to the week before. This is just a way to keep yourself on track. Monthly. So you're going to want to go more in depth in your monthly reports and make any necessary adjustments. Quarterly. So you have quarterly reviews in other departments. Do the same for your social media strategy. This is where you want to compile a comprehensive report with a focus on your goals. Did you actually reach your goals on social media? And of course, yearly. This is going to be the big one. This is when you do comparisons month to month. Oh, there's a spike in July in engagement on Instagram. What happened there? And then you want to really hone in on your strategy for the next year. And key, did your social media efforts align with your business goals? So the key question to answer in your reports is, did your social media efforts align with your business goals? And did they make an impact on your business? A little later, we'll be diving in to how to set social media goals.